We hear about purpose everywhere nowadays. People are saying things like, find your calling, live your best life, make an impact, leave a legacy. Purpose is like this big P word that everyone's chasing nowadays. But yet, so many people feel stuck. As a certified career management coach and high performance coach, I've worked with hundreds of people in transition. People who are stepping into new chapters, changing careers, or just wondering, what's next for me? And again, I see the same thing: purpose anxiety. That feeling that if you don't have it all figured out, you're somehow failing. And I felt it too, like I should know where I'm going, but instead I feel a little lost, searching for something without even knowing what that thing that I'm looking for is. And it makes sense because for a long time we've been taught that purpose is something that we have to find. So if you're feeling lost, like you should have it figured out by now, you're not alone. But what if purpose isn't something that you have to find or figure out? What if it's something that you create through intention, action, and reflection? There's a story I love that speaks exactly to this. It's about a young traveler wandering along a riverbank, and he's not really sure where he's going. So he found an old woman who's kind of sitting there on the shore and said, "Hi, I don't know where I'm going. I'm lost." And the woman smiled and she pointed to the three rivers in front of them. She was a wise old woman. And she goes, "Look at these rivers. One river flows straight and strong toward the sea. It doesn't move, doesn't waver. Another river twists and turns through valleys and pauses to form lakes before continuing its journey. And the third almost disappears underground at times, only to resurface in unexpected places. Yet all three of these rivers reach the ocean in the end." The traveler goes, "Okay, but which one is the right path?" And the woman laughs and she goes, "Well, that's the illusion. There is no right path, only the one that's yours. Some people know really early on where they're headed, and others explore many different landscapes before finding their way. And some believe that they've kind of lost their way entirely, only to emerge stronger and wiser. But all rivers flow. Their purpose is not about the destination, it's in the movement itself. And that's the key. Purpose anxiety can stem from believing that there's a single right path or a perfect way. But what if purpose isn't about sticking to a perfect path? What if instead it's about setting an intention, taking aligned actions, and reflecting along the way? But I say that, and when you don't feel like you have a clear direction, that can feel a little frustrating. Like you're standing at a crossroads with no sign telling you where to go. But what if the sign isn't out there? What if it's already within you? And that's where we start. Now, listen, I don't have all the answers, but I do believe that you have an inner teacher that does. So let's connect with that and put this into practice. I'll actually guide you through a short exercise, and if it's safe and appropriate, you can even soften your gaze or close your eyes. Now, I invite you to think of a time where you felt fully alive. This could be a moment of connection with a loved one, maybe a pretty difficult challenge that you overcame to come out stronger on the other side, or any other experience or memory that's meaningful for you. Good. Once you have that moment, I'll invite you now to imagine as if you could float back to that time, floating into your own bodies, looking through your own eyes, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel those feelings now. Maybe there's some joy, some freedom, some curiosity, or excitement. And as you're there in your body, looking through your own eyes, ask yourself, what made that moment meaningful? What's calling you forward right now? And maybe what's something that you've been ignoring that keeps pulling you back? And feel free to pause this video and take some time to write down what showed up for you. Type it in your notes or just kind of consider that in your mind. Good. So now that we've done some reflection, let's keep the momentum going by taking an action and committing to it. So once you have that insight for you, I invite you to consider one action you can commit to taking today, even something tiny. But the purpose of this is to bring even more of those juicy moments and feelings into your life. So for example, if you realize that you felt most alive when you were helping other people, you might consider one way you can show up to help someone today. And even just texting a friend about what came up for you can solidify that insight for you and help you move forward. You could also take an action like reaching out to someone who inspires you. Maybe setting aside 5 minutes to journal or taking a class that just sparks your curiosity. Now, there's a story that I love that speaks exactly to this. It's a story of a man named Russ Cook, and he set a massive goal of running the entire length of Africa. That's 10,125 miles, or about 386 marathons. Yeah. And I actually followed this story every week with my boyfriend Santi. We'd watch his YouTube videos together. And initially, as we watched his videos at the start of his running journey, he shared that he wasn't really clear on why he was doing this. What's the deeper purpose behind this goal? He kind of just knew that he wanted to challenge himself and see what he was capable of. So he did that. He set the intention and took aligned action, averaging at about 30 miles a day for over a year. And along the way, he faced immense challenges, being robbed at gunpoint, major health scares, visa issues, and literally running through the tarmac through the Sahara Desert, the arid, dry, super hot Sahara Desert. There were moments in the journey where he felt this purpose anxiety, thinking, why am I even doing this? What was I thinking? But after he took some time to reflect, he realized that it wasn't just about running. It became about something much bigger, pushing others to challenge their own limits. So many people started setting their own running intentions. So many people got in shape, and they actually raised so much money for causes way bigger than himself. But he didn't wait for the clarity. He created that. And you can too, through setting the intention, taking aligned actions, and reflecting. Because at the end of the day, purpose isn't out there somewhere waiting for you to find it. It's something that you create through how you show up, through the actions that you take, and the reflections that you make along the way. So instead of waiting for this huge eureka moment, I invite you to take one meaningful action today. And share with us in the comments below. We all learn and grow from hearing what showed up for you. And if you're looking for more clarity on what truly matters to you, I invite you to watch this video on discovering your values next. I'll see you there, and I'm sending you love.